Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Biafra IPOB celebrates a productive conference in Corsica. Biafra's IPOB celebrate a productive conference in Corsica. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who recently held a successful meeting with the government and people of Corsica at the just concluded Igajonate International Conference, reaffirmed yesterday that Biafra's sovereignty and independence are non-negotiable. The pro-Biafra group described the meeting and conference as having achieved another important milestone in its never-ending work to free the land of Biafra from the bonds of British and Nigerian hegemony, and stated that it is currently running an international information campaign intended to demand the release of its leader, Nnamdi Kanus. Ima Powerful, the IPOB's Media and Publicity Secretary, said in a statement titled Biafra's Sovereignty and Independence is sacrosanct and reality that the Corsica Conference had given the organization new hope in finding allies abroad with whom it could work together to raise its profile and get its demands heard in the international arena. In a statement, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, said, "We would like to inform the IPOB family worldwide, as well as all Biafran people, friends of Biafra and all supporters of Biafra freedom throughout the world, that this is due to the peaceful movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB under Nnamdi Kanus' persistent and unyielding push for the restoration of Biafran sovereignty and independence." Biafra, a country of roughly 70 million people, currently ruled by Nigeria, was for the first time ever brought to the attention of the government and people of Corsica during the just concluded Ijonate International Conference, which the IPOB delegation representing Biafra attended. The indigenous people of Biafra have been fighting for the restoration of an independent state ever since the Republic of Biafra was declared in 1967 to 1970. The head of the group, Nnamdi Kanus, is now being held captive, and the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB are waging a worldwide information campaign to demand his release. The indigenous Biafran people are being massacred in large numbers every day by both the security forces of the Nigerian government and Islamic terrorist and jihadist groups like Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Saruland Fulani ranchers and robbers, according to the IPOB delegation. Head of the IPOB State Directorate, Mazi Chikale Doziem, addressed the developing nations on behalf of the IPOB movement worldwide. Every Biafran must be aware that the IPOP delegation's top objective at the E-Journey International Conference is to rally support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional release from all conference attendees. The indigenous people of Biafra are led by Kanu. The Artisan Republic, Catalonian, Tahiti, Sardinia, the Basque Country, Kabyle, Guyana, and New Caledonia, among many other emerging nations, sent delegates to the conference. The Corsical Conference has expanded our search for global partners with whom we can collaborate in order to voice our concerns and demand that they be taken seriously on a global scale. The conference also made us aware of fresh, true supporters who have banded together to call for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, to be released right away and without conditions. We must proceed steadily and unwaveringly in the expectation that the Corsical Libera Conference will produce both immediate and long-term beneficial results. After a successful meeting and conference in Corsica, IPOB is happy. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, we recently held a successful meeting with the government and people of Corsica at the just concluded a Journey International Conference. Reaffirmed yesterday that Biafra's sovereignty and independence are non-negotiable. The pro-Biafra group described the meeting and conference as having achieved another important milestone in its never-ending work to free the land of Biafra from the bonds of British and Nigerian hegemony, and stated that it is currently running an international information campaign intended to demand the release of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.